Welcome back to our YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. You will all agree with me that one of the reasons why William Ruto toured the Mount Kenya, a tour that is going to take 5 days, I think today is the third day, it will end on Wednesday, I think, is that he wanted to be endorsed for 2027. William Samoei Ruto is a man who believes in what we call in Kenya, mapema ndio best. Simply translated is that an early worm catches, an early bird, catches the worm. And he's a man who believes that for you to get what you want, whether by hook or crook, you have to start early enough. When people expect William Ruto to sit down and concentrate on fulfilling the promises that he gave to Kenyans, William Ruto is busy looking at 2027. The funniest thing about his tour is that he was declared a Mount Kenya kingpin because Rigathi Gachagua said, if I have to quote him, this is our leader whom we elected in a broad daylight. We supported him in 2022, we will support him in 2027, and we will support him forever. With those sentiments, Rigathi Gachagua was telling his people, because Rigathi wants to become a heir apparel after William Ruto has done his 2 terms, that is what they believe. And so he took that opportunity to endorse William Ruto, telling Mount Kenya that they have no any other candidate in 2027. Now the reason I'm doing this video is because William Ruto took that opportunity to declare that his major opponent in 2027 will be Raila Amolo Odinga. I remember this was the first time. In 2022, when Raila was still diddy-dallying, he didn't want to announce whether he was going to contest or not. And people like Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi, Wetangula had declared their intention to contest. William insisted then that his major and main competitor then was Raila Amolo Odinga. And I remember he was asking the now spokesman of the UDA, Hussein Mohammed, who was still working with Citizen. And he was asking Hussein a very funny question, that Hussein, if Raila Amolo Odinga will not be in the ballot, then who will my competitors be? According to him, he looked at Kalonzo and Mudavadi and Wetangula and Gideon Moi, and he thought, Awatoshi Mboga. Now, let us, because this story also caught the attention of the media, and the media is saying something, that eyes on 2027 as Ruto visits Mount Kenya brands Raila main competitor. Raila Amolo Odinga is a man who has not declared his intention to vie in 2027. But William Ruto has started it all. And is saying that his main competitor is Raila Amolo Odinga. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to look at why William Ruto has started behaving as if we have an election tomorrow. President William Ruto's Mount Kenya tour, which started on Sunday, August 5th and ends on Wednesday, has turned out to be his second term re-election campaign, where he has picked Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition boss, Raila Odinga, as his main rival. I want us to look at the reasons why William Ruto is behaving the way he is behaving, and why he has decided to take on Raila Amolo Odinga, because the battle lines have been drawn already. Before we delve so much into Ruto's statements, if you're watching our channel for the first time, allow me to request you to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Then you can also like and share our videos. The greatest support that you can give us here is to subscribe to our channel. For those who want to support us further in terms of monetary, the M-Pesa number is there. You can do your best. Now, the timing of William Ruto's sentiments is very significant politically speaking. And the first reason why I believe William Ruto has picked on Raila Amolo Odinga now and is talking about 2027 is because William Ruto loves what we call diversionary tactics. Whenever we are faced with a big debate in Kenya, like we are talking about the high cost of living, the just concluded demonstrations where people were killed and it attracted the international condemnation, William Ruto would love anything that will deviate us and we start, discussing something else. We run away, we escape from discussing the high cost of living, the taxes, and the killings that the police made. So he's doing this so that people can just forget. But Kenyans, I don't think whether Kenyans will start talking about 2027 now. The government is so much crafty. In fact, what William Ruto can do is very simple. He can decide to sponsor political pundits in all these stations where you open these TVs and radios in the morning to evening, and the political analysts are talking about 2027. It's always a choreographed plan, a choreographed way of ruling, propaganda, a very strong strategy that is used because William Ruto is good at it. They can decide people like Bianca, people like Tumbi, they can decide to run away with this narrative so that when they start, people will start, the Azimio members will start telling them, oh, amtachukua, oh, mleiba, nyinyi amwezi, and those of the Kenya Kwanza will say, no, tuliwanyorosha na mlikuwa na deep state. If there is something that William Ruto would love, is such a kind of debate. But I'm sure Kenyans will not lose the focus because they know what they want. Number two, William Ruto wants to confuse the Azimio. He wants to start rocking this boat. Because let me tell you how this will work. By declaring that Raila is his main competitor, the next thing he will do, he will go and sponsor people like Wavinya Ndeti to start making noise that we have supported Raila for so long, we will not accept this time round, we have been conned, Kalonzo must be on the ballot. And I must assure you here that if you ask Azimio supporters, they will tell you that even if they are given Kalonzo, they will support him. If they are given Martha Karua, they will support him. Oparanya, they will support him. Jeremiah Kioni, they will support him. Mwangi wa Iria, they will support him. Maina Njenga, they will support him. Azimio would look at, holistically, the candidate that they want to launch, and they will be supported. But William Ruto would want a situation where they start the infighting among themselves. Because he knows very well that if you have decided to throw in something that will let them fight, then Azimio will not concentrate. They will also lose focus in what they are doing. And you know that is a tool that can be used. And if Azimio is not very careful, this is a bombshell that is being dropped to them. If they swallow this bomb, then it is going to explode within Azimio. And mark my words, from now henceforth, you will see people starting, talking. People like Osoro from Kisii will say that maybe this is the time that Raila should now support someone from that area, even though Osoro is in Kenya Kwanza. And then he might sponsor somebody from Coast, so that they start bombarding Raila Molo. We have supported you for so long. And then when these wrangles start, then people will start making a lot of noise. And that is how the house will be in chaos. And a chaotic house can never stand together. And I believe this is one of the reasons why he's doing that. The other thing that William Ruto is trying to do is that he wants to know the plans that Azimio have. Because the way things are moving, William Ruto would want to know who is their presidential flag bearer. What do they want to do? Is it Martha? And what do they plan? What is their communication system? What exactly are they planning, if at all they have stopped the demonstrations? Now that Uhuru Kenyatta has flown out of the country, William Ruto is a little bit confused. So for you to know what your opponent thinks, you throw the first jab. And if they are not careful, they will start throwing these jabs at you. And with that, you will know exactly what they mean. William Ruto is very crafty. If Azimio is not even careful as we speak, he can install several moles who will be feeding him with information. And sometimes when they feed you with information, you also try and look for more information on your own. We were informed that William Ruto does not even trust his members of the cabinet. That is why he's on top of everything, micromanaging them. So if he doesn't even trust his own people, how well do you think he can trust maybe the Azimio or people like Jalango, if at all, they're the people he entrusts with giving information? And so, ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is trying everything to prepare himself for 2027. This is what he started. In 2013, he was already planning for 2022, arranging people, installing his people, giving free party tickets. He already knew what he wanted. In 2017, he started campaigning, and this was part of the reason why they were at loggerheads with his boss, Uhuru Kenyatta, because Uhuru thought, can't we concentrate first, then we look at campaigns in 2017. But William Ruto decided to campaign because, as I said, he believes in campaigning even if it means sacrificing everything like he's doing now. This is a wake-up call to the Azimio fraternity, because they must now ensure that their house is in order. Are the leaders reading from the same page? Do they know their flag bearer? Because this time round, we don't have to wait to the last minute, up to the last minute, to interview people. Martha Karua, Kalonzo, let them do it mapema, so that Azimio can be told, this is your flag bearer. You know, with William Ruto, he doesn't have a problem. They have declared he's the one who will take the mantle. The only other problem he can have is who becomes the running mate. That could be the problem. Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, my DVD there. But on the top, it is William Samoei Ruto. For Raila Amolo Odinga, who will become the flag bearer is the main headache. Is it Martha? Is it Kalonzo? Is it Raila? Who is ethnic balancing, experience, the weight of the pocket and all that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the journey has started. Azimio must not sleep. And I'm not saying that Azimio must start campaigning. No. They just put the house in order, the communication system, how they do their own things. We know that sometimes they mess at the last minute. Oh, my agents hawajalipwa. Oh, tumefanya nini. This must not repeat itself.